I want to take you behind the scenes of how you can execute an expert marketing strategy. So whether you're working with me or if you want to do it yourself, I want to show you and give you some tips along the way. I have over 13 years marketing experience, and I founded Juice Agency back in 2019. Since then, we've worked with over 500 clients. We become the plug-in team to businesses that are just getting started or already have their own established teams. But how does it all work? Well, we always start on marketing strategy. By having a plan in place, you are enabling whoever's executing, whether it's your team or freelancers, to really move the needle in the direction that you want it to go as the business owner. So first and foremost, with all of our clients, we conduct in-depth onboarding. I would essentially take a step back and review everything that you've done to date. What marketing activity have you done? What has worked? What hasn't worked? And just doing a full recce of where you are right now. I then would want to see, what do you have in terms of resources? Do you have some potential partners you've had in the back pocket for a little while? What does your current customer list look like? Where did they come from? Next is being clear and intentional where you as a business want to go. Being extremely specific when it comes to your goals. Where are you at in terms of numbers, and where do you want to get to and when? So setting SMART goals is really important and is often overlooked by businesses. And then looking at your numbers and creating a budget for your marketing activity. All of this together is part of the onboarding process that we go through with every single client, and really just ensures that we have absolutely everything we need to create the absolute bulletproof strategy. The next stage is all around competitor analysis. So I really want you to do some digging and to find at least 2 or 3 competitors. These can be direct or indirect. So what I would urge you to do, and this is what we do as part of our process, is deep analysis of exactly what are the areas that our competitors are spending the most budget on. So I like to review and do some spying with Google ads and with Facebook ads and Instagram ads. All of these are available on the platforms. You can just Google ad library with the social media platform name. You can really quickly see exactly what kind of content competitors keep coming back to time and time again. So this is important just to save you the budget. The next phase is all around the actual strategy creation. So I really want to look and hone in on our SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We want to highlight our strengths and the opportunities through the work that we do. We also want to mitigate some of the weaknesses. We want to focus in on the areas where we're the weakest and just make sure that we're hitting the mark when it comes to the strategy. Next is being very, very intentional with your target audience. So who are we targeting? We like to create at least 2 customer personas. So by looking at the data of your current customer list, or just looking at the type of business you want to do and creating some from scratch, we like to get very intentional and specific with the customers that we're trying to target. This essentially trickles down into all of our marketing and communication. It's who we create the content for. So it's really, really important to get that right. I break all strategy work into 2 distinct sections. First is the foundation stage, and next is the marketing and promotion. And this is really important because a lot of businesses actually skip the foundation setting and they just go straight into tactics. So we're going to be running some email campaigns and other marketing activity. However, it's really important to make sure you have your foundation solid before you start to drive traffic. The foundation setting stage is all around creating the perfect funnel, making sure that the customer journey is absolutely flawless, that you're not going to be leaving any money on the table when it comes to actually driving people into the top of the funnel. We want to fix all of that before we start running any activity. As well as this, look at the brand. What does the brand look like? What does it sound like? There's no point if you're looking really outdated and you're trying to target yours, it won't resonate, it will not work. So fine tune all of the elements that are important. We also want to make sure that the website and your storefront, there's no holes there. So we may want to optimize your website, create some landing pages, and just really make sure that everything's beautifully mapped out. We want to make sure that we're making it really easily accessible for clients and customers to really have all the information that they need. Whether it's a promotional video, whether it's an introduction video, whether it's an information PDF pack, it is important to have that totally squared. I also like to integrate chat bots to make sure that we make it really easy for people to get access to you. Something that I'm also really leaning on right now is WhatsApp for Business. So setting that up on your website so someone can just ask you a quick question works well. And then we get into the marketing tactics. And as you know, depending on your business, there's a million different routes that we can take when it comes to marketing. So whether it's social media, email marketing, traditional media. There is so much that we can do. So it's really the role of the marketing strategist, and having done all of the pre-work, to prioritize the projects that will get you the best return on investment. If you're doing this yourself, I would strongly recommend for you to download our free resource, which is the 2025 Marketing Strategy Template, because that lays out a lot of the different routes that you can test, and just prioritizing them yourself based on what you've got some experience in, the team members that you could easily get access to. Start prioritizing what you want to start testing, because that is the name of the game. Nobody, including me or any top marketer, can tell you exactly what's going to work. So all those videos you're seeing around the top best marketing hacks are not so accurate unless you actually put the right tests in place, put a test budget aside, create the tests. For example, different email campaigns to different data lists, or different types of email to the same data lists, and you start tracking on a very granular level. And once you start to see results, that's when you double down and invest more. The same would apply for paid advertising, email marketing, partnerships, and more. All of this can be tested. There's a lot of different tools out there that enable you to actually test. For example, CRM systems are great in just really fine-tuning and making sure that everything is allocated to your marketing and return on investment. The only other element that I would want to just highlight is that it's really important to be very, very specific in the types of systems, in the types of tools and software you're using, as well as how you're using your resources. So that's also something that is a big part of the strategy work that we put in place. Making sure that your funnel is really well supported with automated emailers, as an example, the right software is tracking, and you have the right team members that know exactly what they're doing to fit into this overarching picture. I know it sounds like a lot of work, and the foundation stage actually only normally takes around 6 weeks, depending on how quickly you want to get going. Sometimes it can take up to 3 months. It depends on the scope. It is something that does require the pre-work, but definitely automation, having the right tools in place, will save you headache in the long term. You will thank yourself for years and years to come. And of course, all these automation systems, they need maintenance, they need to be updated, but I would say once every few months. And again, it just depends on the priorities of the business. So this is, in a nutshell, overview of a marketing strategy. We also have a lot of free resources that are available on our website. If you would like us to send the link to those, just comment yes in the comment section, or just head over to our website and you find them directly under the resource section. So if this was helpful, please let me know. Drop me a message and I would love to connect and see how I can support you. And I will see you in the next one.